Attorney General Kwame Raoul sharing a new report tonight detailing 7 decades of child sex abuse by members of the Catholic clergy in Illinois, with some in the St. Louis region. News 4's David Emilati is here with what we've learned. David.
So the report shows 1,997 children across the state were abused by clergy between 1950 and 2019. That investigation, leading to a 700-page report, started back in 2018 under Lisa Madigan as AG, working to uncover child sex abuse in all 6 Catholic dioceses in Illinois. Now, the Diocese of Belleville is the most relevant for our area. The state reports it has about 70,000 Catholic members. And according to the report, there are 43 abusive clerics and religious brothers in the Diocese of Belleville. We've learned that 16 of them are still living. AG Raoul says he was raised a Catholic himself, and having sent his children through Catholic education, he knows the good the Illinois Archdiocese fulfills, but that does not exempt them from accountability for betraying public trust.
Cooperation from the diocese aside, it was the survivors of child sex abuse who gave purpose and drive to this investigation. Absent their courage and willingness to come forward and discuss their experience, there would be no true investigative report.
Now, the Attorney General says before his investigation, the Catholic Diocese of Illinois publicly listed only 103 substantiated child sex abusers. Raoul's report contains detailed descriptions of child sex abuse, assault, and trauma, as well as resources for survivors. We have all that information for you on our story at KMOV.com. In studio, David Emilati, News 4.
David,